I remember the smell of burnt plastic and overheated circuitry. That smell always meant something was off with the printer queue. This time it wasn't the machines that broke. It was me. The email popped up at 9:07 a.m. Subject, meeting, immediate attendance required, room 12C, no agenda. No attachments, just my name, and Rena's. I stood up slowly. My hands were still a little greasy from changing the filament spool. I wiped them on a rag and walked. My gut already knew. "David," Rena said without looking up. "Have a seat." There was someone else already in the room, Liam, my supervisor. The same guy who couldn't set up a basic Z-axis calibration 6 months ago. I sat, quiet, waiting. Liam cleared his throat, his face too composed to be comfortable. "I'll get straight to it," he said. "We're restructuring." I blinked. "Restructuring? What, my team?" He didn't answer, just turned to Rena. She slid a folder across the table. "There's a severance package outlined inside," she said. 2 months paid, healthcare continuation for 3, standard. I stared at the folder. "That's it?" I asked. 17 years, and I get a folder? Liam folded his hands. "This isn't personal, David." "No." I met his eyes. "Then why do all your new hires look like they just left a college orientation?" He smiled. Tight, corporate. "We're pivoting. Fresh energy, fresh ideas. The industry's changing. You've been steady. We need fast." "You mean young?" "I mean adaptable," he replied. I turned to Rena. "Is that the line they gave you?" Her eyes flickered. Just a little. "This was a decision made at the executive level," she said. "I'm just here to facilitate." Of course she was. The messenger with the bulletproof vest? I stood up. "Can I at least say goodbye to my team?" Liam shook his head. "We'll ship your personal items. It's revoking your access as we speak." I laughed. It came out bitter. "So that's how it ends?" No handshake, no thank you, just Ctrl-Alt+Delete. Rena reached for the folder. "Please take it." I didn't. Instead, I looked around the sterile conference room. The same one where we pitched the Falcon redesign last year. The same one where my designs got us the NASA subcontract. I looked at Liam. "You ever fix that Y-axis jam in Printer 6? He frowned. "What?" "Exactly." I left without the folder. As I walked down the hallway, I caught sight of them. The new kids. Ryan, Jamie, Harper. They saw me. One looked away. One actually smiled. That smile? That did it. That was the last time I entered that building. As an employee. But not the last time I'd walk those halls. Because if they wanted fresh energy, they were about to find out just how explosive that could be. The funny thing is, I used to love walking through those doors. There was a rhythm to it. The hum of the printers warming up, the faint smell of resin and metal, the click of my boots on the concrete floor. I built most of those machines from scratch. They didn't just print plastic, they printed futures. "Hey, Mr. D, is this nozzle temperature reading normal?" That was Ellis, skinny kid, wireframe glasses, always asking, never assuming. "Only if you want the filament to snap mid-layer," I said, stepping in. "Try reducing it by 10 degrees, that printer runs hot." He nodded, scribbling notes like his life depended on it. "You've got a good eye," I told him. "Don't lose that in meetings." Ellis smiled. "Meetings? You'll see." Those were the days. I believed mentorship mattered. Phil and I would grab lunch from the taco truck, sit in the back lot, and talk shop. "They don't build them like we used to," he'd say, chewing on a burrito too spicy for a guy with ulcers. I grinned. "Nope. They copy templates, hit print, and pray it works." "Still," he muttered, "better than pushing spreadsheets." Then came Janice. First time I saw her, she was walking fast, Bluetooth in one ear, tablet in the other, already talking like she owned the floor. "Where's my build sheet? I need iteration 6 by noon." "David, right? You're the systems guy?" "Lead engineer, yes." Right. Well, we're pivoting to reactive design. I need real-time failure mapping. We don't have the infrastructure for that yet. Her smile was thin. Then build it. I tried. For 6 weeks I tried. Late nights. Upgrading our feedback sensors. Writing the code myself because Kellen, the shiny new coder fresh from some startup, was more of a concept guy. You're still using legacy Python for the backend? Kellen asked once, eyebrows raised. Because it works, I replied. Right, but it's like old. It's also the reason we haven't melted a chamber. He laughed. All right, Grandpa, whatever you say. In the meetings, it started to change. My ideas, the same ones that saved us countless times, got sidelined. Janice would speak over me, spinning marketing buzz into solutions we hadn't built yet. Let's push for adaptive reprinting. We'll call it Smart Regan, she announced once. I leaned forward. That'll require a new thermal dispersion model. Our current rigs can't. David, she cut in. This is more about vision than limitations. Can you make it happen or not? Ellis looked up from his laptop, his jaw tight. I'll need to see specs first, I said. Specs can come later. We need buy-in first. Phil caught me outside that afternoon. You okay? He asked. Been better. They're steamrolling your work, acting like your furniture. They don't hate the ideas, I muttered. They hate who they're coming from. He took a drag of his cigarette. What are you gonna do? I don't know. Yet, one day Ellis stayed late. I walked past the break room and saw him hunched over a terminal, frowning. You good? He jumped. Yeah, just reviewing logs from printer 8. Something's off with the cooling phase. I flagged it last week. But Janice signed off anyway. I stepped closer. You flagged it in the system? Yeah. And she ignored it? Ellis hesitated, said she'd handle it manually. That didn't sit right, not one bit. The next morning, printer 8 failed mid-run. Resin overflowed. Project deadline missed. Janice blamed the algorithm. Not sure what happened, she told the team. We followed. Standard protocol. Ellis stayed silent. That was the first crack. The moment I saw something shift in Ellis's eyes. Loyalty bending. Trust breaking. And I knew. This wasn't just about being replaced. This was about being erased. I didn't mean to log back in. It just happened. Muscle memory. 3 days after they cut me loose, I opened my laptop out of habit, typed in the admin string, and somehow, it still worked. Welcome back, David. Last login, Tuesday, 11:19 p.m. Dev environment. Apex Core, access granted. I froze, blinked, waited for a revoke notification. Nothing came. Either someone forgot to remove my credentials or they didn't think I mattered enough to check. Idiots. I clicked through the logs. New branch created, Evo Core v2.1. Time stamped 2 days after I was let go. I hovered over the commit. Logs, my file structures, my headers, even my naming syntax, still intact. Only the name had changed. My prototype, the one I spent a year refining, was now called Adaptive Flow Logic TM. I called Phil. You sitting down? Am now. They rebranded the HydraCore loop, calling it EvoCore. Wait, your fail-safe redundancy code? All of it. That's theft. No, Phil. Theft has consequences. This is repackaging. A notification pinged. PR blast. Company newsletter. Clickbait headline from the social media manager. Revolutionizing industrial. Print with Gen Z innovation. My throat tightened as I scanned it. Thanks to Kellen and the EvoCore team, we're unlocking real-time adaptive sequencing. I couldn't breathe for a second. That was my line, word for word. From my last slide deck, I clicked the image. There they were. Janice standing proud, Kellen smirking with his sleeves rolled up like he just built something. Ellis in the back. Hands in pockets, eyes down, I texted Ellis. Just saw the EvoCore post, you knew? No reply. 2 hours later, I found something worse. Deep in the meeting archive folder, one of my auto record triggers kicked in. I clicked play. The audio was scratchy but clear enough. Janice. David's version is too detailed. Let's simplify. The label and use dummy protocols. Ellis. He'll notice. Janice. He won't. He's out. Just rename the branches. Ellis didn't push back, didn't object, just silence. Phil called me back. You okay? No. Talk to me. They used my architecture, gutted the integrity, and slapped a sticker on it. And Ellis, he didn't stop them. He was the one kid I thought got it. Later that night, a friend from the industry DM'd me a link. Yo, check this out. Thought you'd like this presentation. Conference footage. I opened it, sipping stale coffee. Kellen walked on stage. What we've developed at Next Print is a proprietary adaptive system that reacts to structural fluctuations in real time. It's called Evo Core. He hit the next slide. It was my graph, my heat map, even my glitch. That one dead pixel in the upper right corner I never corrected. Still there, Phil messaged again. You watching this crap? Live. I'm pissed for you. I'm beyond pissed. This wasn't just ambition. It wasn't just corporate greed. This was calculated. They'd waited, studied, taken pieces of me and wrapped them in trendier packaging. They didn't just fire me. They tried to erase me. I closed my laptop slowly. They think I'll just disappear, I muttered. But I wasn't going anywhere. Revenge isn't fire. It's ice. You don't scream when you're freezing someone out. You just wait for the cracks. I opened a fresh terminal window, created a new identity. Name, Core Truth email, burner. Avatar, a faded blueprint. Logo with the word classic barely legible. It started with a single upload. Evo Core Classic Source Code Archive. Legacy version. Pre-commercial. GPL-v3 license, no restrictions. Uploaded, GitHub. Shared. Reddit. Dev forums. 3D Tech Talk. Within hours, the comments rolled in. Wait, this looks almost identical to Evo Core. Yo, same line logic at timestamp 3478. Who copied who? Look at the comment dates. This is older. They stole this? It was just the beginning. The next step was Ellis. I knew he'd break first. Guilt always rots the quiet ones from the inside out. I sent him an anonymous email. No message, just a link. The link opened a private audio snippet, the recording. Janice, just rename the branches. Ellis, he'll notice. Janice, he's out. 3 hours later, Ellis stormed into Janice's office. I need to talk. Her voice from the hallway cameras I hacked years ago was sharp. Not now. It's important. About Evo Core. You were part of this, Ellis. We're in too deep to backpedal. David built the original. Don't say his name again, that man is gone, do you understand? I sent another message. This time to Maya, Janice's assistant. Just 3 words. Check Ellis's file. No context. She did. Next day, she paused outside Janice's door just long enough to overhear them argue again. Maya wasn't loyal. She was observant. That was better. Then I reached out to Darius. We hadn't spoken in years. Not since I trained him on systems integrity. He was freelancing now, security audits, cleanup jobs. David? Hey, need a favor. Quietly. Still pissed about the company? Let's just say I'm repurposing my pain. I gave him admin keys I forgot to turn in. He plugged into the system. Your instincts were right, he said after a day. They patched the redundancy loop wrong. I can collapse it. Don't touch it. You want me to fix it? No. I want you to let it fail, but not yet. The legal angle came next. Lena, my old college friend turned IP lawyer, the kind who drinks black coffee and eats NDAs for breakfast. Did you register the original algorithm? 5 years ago. Internal filing, time-stamped. She smiled. Perfect. On Thursday, Victor and the slick CTO appeared on a live stream with Next Tech Weekly. I watched quietly, sipping tea, while tech influencers bombarded the live chat. Why? Does Evo Core look like a rebranded Hydra loop? There's a repo online from 2021 with identical framework. Any comments? You guys plagiarizing? Victor flinched. We've developed everything in-house. There's no issue. Sure, Victor. I gave it 48 hours. That's all it took. On Friday, Janice announced an emergency patch for Evo Core v2.3. We've identified a potential security vulnerability, she said in a company-wide Slack message. Patch deployment scheduled for 2 a.m. Sunday. I smiled. She was walking straight into it. At 2:04 a.m. Sunday, the patch crashed mid-deploy. Printer clusters in 3 partner facilities shut down in sequence. Internal diagnostics looped endlessly. By 3 a.m., Twitter lit up. What the hell is wrong with Evo Core tonight? We just lost 20K worth of resin. Are these people for real? Kellen lost it first. He started tweeting erratically. You try building something real and see how fast people turn on you. Everyone steals, we just did it better. They begged for innovation. You don't like it, build your own. The last tweet got screen capped and went viral. Stolen Core started trending. Phil called me. They're falling apart. Good. I'm leaving, he said. Posted my exit on LinkedIn this morning. You sure? I'm tired of pretending kids with fancy job titles know more than guys who actually built the hardware. He sent me the post. There's something hollow about working somewhere that values style over substance. I was told to be quiet because I wasn't the target demographic anymore. Well, I'm not quiet now. It had 24,000 likes in 2 hours, and then Ellis broke. He messaged me at 11:42 p.m. I didn't know it would go this far. I thought they'd just bury the code, not torch it. I stared at the message for a while, then typed slowly. It always goes this far. I'm sorry. Too late for sorry. What do you want from me? Nothing now. Just remember, who stayed silent. As I closed my laptop, the final piece dropped. Maya forwarded me a private Slack screenshot. Janice, screaming in all caps. Find out who Core Truth is. I want names. Then another message. Legal's saying we might need to pull Evo Core until further notice. The thing about building something from the ground up is, you know exactly where the fault lines are, and when to apply pressure. Not all revenge needs fire. Some just need a quiet click, and a long memory. I didn't expect Ellis to turn, but 2 weeks after the crash he did. David. I submitted a report. His voice cracked through the phone. Internal IP theft. I attached the old commit logs. Your name's all over them. I stayed quiet. I couldn't keep watching. It wasn't just wrong. It was poison. You should have spoken sooner. I know. Why now? They're trying to pin the failure on me. Janice said the protocol collapse was my override. I didn't even write the patch. That same day, Maya sent me a message. No greeting. Just a file. Janice Memo's internal .docx excerpt. We don't need legacy voices confusing direction. Keep. Pushback internal. Delay fixes unless escalated through PR. Maya added a single line below it. Hope this finds the right hands. It did. Tech Expo rolled around. I bought a general pass. No name badge. I stood near the back of the crowd. Hoodie on. No one looked twice. Kellen took the stage with a fake smile and a trembling mic hand. This is Evo Core 3.0. Now with... The printer behind him stalled, paused. Display flickered. Then, resin overflow. Hissing, cracking, live, on camera, streamed worldwide panicked voices. A woman yelled, "Kill the power!" Another booth whispered, "They didn't patch the dispersion properly." I watched it all. Quiet. Still. That night, headlines spread like a virus. Evo Core sabotage or systemic flaw? Sources confirm. Core logic matches open source build. Insider leaks reveal pattern of IP misuse and negligence. Victor resigned by morning. Janice was terminated by noon. No farewell post, just a silent wipe from the company site. Kellen's accounts vanished the next day. No tweets, no presence. Ghosted. And then, Rena. I hadn't heard from her since the conference room folder drop. The subject line read, "Door open." David, many of us were unaware of how badly things had spiraled. If you ever consider returning, we'd be honored to have you lead. Again, the company is changing. We need builders. I stared at the screen, typed slow. I've already led. Now I build. Some people build empires, some build legacies, and some just build the fire that burns it all down, so something better can rise. The door chimed as I stepped into the small co-working space. Concrete floors, warm lights, and the faint whir of machines coming to life. It wasn't grand. It wasn't flashy, but it was mine. Hey. Ellis looked up from the corner, wiping his hands on a rag. I recalibrated the extruder feed. Prints smoother now. I nodded. Good. Keep the tolerances tight, no second chances. He gave a quiet, respectful nod. He was different now. Quieter, focused, humbled. We didn't talk about the past. We didn't need to. I walked toward the far end of the room, where a sleek, matte black prototype sat under soft light. Aegis 1. My machine. My system. From the ground up. Revenge isn't rage, it's precision, patience, pressure, and then peace. They tried to bury me under their ambition, but I grew roots. And now I build, where no one can tear me down again.